Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Vitaly Kurchin, top gun rights lawyer in Washington State. In this video, I will explain the procedure for appealing a denial issued by Washington State Patrol's SAFE firearms background check system. I'll discuss how an appeal works, whether you should file one, and how to do so. Stay tuned. The most important determination to make after a denial is whether you should even bother filing an appeal. If you received a denial, the dealer will have given you this paperwork, which explains the appeal process. This paperwork warns you that your name will be entered into a denial database for a period of 6 years, and that if you don't want your name to be entered into such a database, you must appeal your denial. Naturally, you will feel compelled to file an appeal. You may be confused as to why the denial occurred, and you may feel like it's certainly a mistake, so the appeal will clear it right up. Unfortunately, what this paperwork doesn't explain very well is that while everyone is entitled to file an appeal, you must have grounds to actually win the appeal in order to have your name removed from the denial database. To win the appeal, you must prove that the denial was an error and that you are not prohibited from possessing a firearm. While this is not impossible, it's rarely accomplished. In my experience of dealing with the SAFE system since its inception in July of 2023, State Patrol's error rate is quite low, and the vast majority of denials are accurate. A lot of people don't even realize that they are prohibited from possessing a firearm. A prohibition can stem from something that happened a very long time ago, something that happened as a juvenile, or something that happened in a different state. Even if you were previously approved on background checks, you may be flagged on the SAFE check because the SAFE system has access to more records than other agencies previously had. You can watch my video about the SAFE system by clicking the link above or in the description below. Now, I'm not trying to dissuade anyone from appealing, and there is certainly no penalty for filing an appeal. However, you may want to consult with my office before you file the appeal, as we can usually figure out the problem quicker and with less hassle. We can perform an individualized assessment of your needs and provide you with a solution to your problem going forward. If you do choose to appeal the denial, you can do so by filling out the identity verification form provided to you by your dealer and having it notarized. Your bank can probably provide you with free or low-cost notary services. You will then email the notarized form along with a copy of your ID to the email address on the form. This relatively simple appeal process is a significant improvement over the cumbersome and complicated appeal process that the FBI utilizes. I'd also like to clear up some misconceptions about denials and appeals. One common misconception about entry of your name into the denial database is that you will continue to be denied for the next 6 years. This is not correct. If you can fix whatever caused your denial, you can resume your firearm possession and purchases, even though the previous denial was correct. Another common misconception about appealing is that if the denial was correct and you fix whatever caused it, you can then appeal that denial and have your name removed from the denial database. That is also incorrect. Your name will be removed from the database only if the denial was incorrect at the time it was issued. If it was correct at the time it was issued, your name will not be removed even if you later fix the issue that caused the denial. Finally, I want to touch on the more dire consequences of a denial. By law, State Patrol will report your denial to the Association of Police Chiefs and Sheriffs, and that association will then forward the denial to the local police in the jurisdiction where the purchase attempt occurred. Depending on resources and priorities of enforcement, the local police may or may not further investigate the denial and potentially refer criminal charges to the local prosecutor's office. The bad news is that once your denial is issued, the only way to stop the sequence of events is to appeal the denial and win. But as I explained previously, you can only win if you can prove that you are not prohibited from possessing a firearm. Because most denials are accurate, appeals are rarely won. As such, everything that happens after a denial is issued is typically damage control. But there is good news. First, the fact that you will be charged with a new crime is not a certainty. Although some jurisdictions will file criminal charges for denials, most don't. The only places I've seen such charges filed are the cities of Fife, Bellevue, and Bellingham. Second, while you may not be able to completely stop referral of the denial for possible charges, there are absolutely steps you can take to mitigate the damage. The best step is to start the process of clearing up whatever it is that caused the denial. Whether it's termination of a protection order, the restoration of your firearm rights after a criminal conviction, or the clearing of an old warrant. Do not sit on a denial. Take action right away. The longer you wait, the guiltier you will look later. Those who take immediate action to rectify their prohibition will be treated more leniently if charges are ever filed. Better yet, don't attempt a firearm purchase if you think there may be anything in your past that could cause a denial. State Patrol does not offer pre-check services, but my office does offer free consultations, and we can usually give you a quick and accurate answer. You are welcome to check with us if you have any doubts. If you find yourself denied or you're curious about your background check, do not hesitate to contact my office. We have helped thousands of people navigate the landmines that litter the Second Amendment, and we can help you too. We will evaluate your needs and get you taken care of so that you can continue exercising your constitutional right to defend yourself and your family. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.